Today we are talking about how to start your exercise plan for lasting weight loss over 50. We're going to go through 3 simple swaps that you can do if you have been trying to use some of those old strategies that you used to use or that you were using not too long ago. You want to make some quick and simple strategies to create consistency, and to stop the yo-yo with the exercise. So if in the past you have been inconsistent with exercise and even in the weight loss journey, so there's been a lot of yo-yoing going on with both the fitness and the exercise, the lack of consistency, life gets busy, you get derailed, maybe you feel really good, everything's on track, then one workout gets missed, then another and another until finally you're way off track all over again. And there's this feeling like maybe I'm just not supposed to meet my goals, or maybe there's this skepticism. Is there really something? I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to just focus on my health, which is a great reason as well to do your exercise and weight loss strategies, your healthy eating. But if it's still something that inside you desire, you want to fit into those jeans that are waiting for you in the back of the closet, or you want to tone the arms and wear the tank tops in the summertime, or you just want to feel really energized, strong, and sleep through the night because you are a healthier weight and you're feeling good, that's who this is for. And if you're not trusting that there's actually a solution, if you're feeling that lack of inconsistency throughout the lifetime, every time something happens, guess what? It's not your fault at all. I think that the solution will be found today. The real problem tends to come from the fact that every time we're following what we should be doing, what the science says we're supposed to be doing, what we are told is the best strategy to do, so I'm going to give that a try. But it doesn't fit you or your lifestyle. So I'm a strong believer that yes, you have to know the science, you have to know all those things that we hear about. What is the best exercise for balancing hormones, for releasing belly fat over 50, for increasing optimal health? Absolutely, I'm a science girl. You must know that stuff in order to make informed decisions. But here's the thing. If you do not also have the mindset piece along with the science, then you can have all of the information that you possibly could fit into the noggin. You could have every single piece of information, but knowing what to do and then actually following through, that's 2 different things. Am I right? So the next 2 weeks, we are going to be specifically talking about the mindsets to create consistency, to create lasting weight loss, to be able to get those results, to feel confident that you can stay on track, to trust yourself that you can make the decisions based on you. So today we're starting with the workout part, the lasting weight loss strategy, how you're going to start your exercise, and simple swap outs that you can do in order to release the belly fat, increase strength, and achieve optimal health over 50. So let's do this. First and foremost, if you have started out and you have started out with high intensity interval training, if you have started out with huff puff workouts that are getting you really hot, that are feeling really intense, and you're thinking to yourself, I will eventually be good at this, I'm gonna push through, I'm gonna make this happen, get rid of it. It's time to get rid of it. Well, I'm talking about specifically about the high intensity interval training. And again, I'm not going to talk about the science today that injury rates are higher, that it is important first to learn proper technique. We're not talking about that. We're talking about you today. There are 2 big reasons why you're going to swap out your high intensity interval training for strength training when first starting out, especially over 50. The first big reason, if you have not been exercising in a while, if you're feeling out of shape, if you are really beginning at the beginning, then throughout your day or throughout the week, I can guarantee that you're probably already doing high intensity interval training. Do you walk up a flight of stairs and you feel winded at the top? That's high intensity interval training. You went up the flight of stairs, your heart rate spiked, you were out of breath, and then you brought yourself back down. So if you're doing that, if you're moving furniture, cleaning under the furniture, doing heavy cleaning or renovations or lifting, well, then guess what? You're already doing high intensity interval training, so you don't need to do it again. It's all about efficiency. So that's why you want to stick with the weight training. Weight training over 50 increases the lean muscle, which burns more fat even at rest. It creates strength and better quality of life. The name of the game is to get more lean muscle over 50 in order to be able to melt away the pounds and to feel confident in your tank top. That's what it's really all about. So the strength training part, you're probably not doing throughout your day, and that's why you need to add it in. You also need to add it in because if in the past you have been doing the high intensity interval training or the intense cardio, and this is one of those things that you say you weren't able to stay consistent with, you're not able to stick with it in the past, this time you're going to do things differently. You might have not wanted to stick with it because you had a really long day and you were really exhausted, and the idea of doing a very high intensity workout was something you dreaded, something that became a chore, something that wasn't fun, and so you didn't end up doing it. Or maybe it was because you didn't sleep well at night, so you were waking up really tired, and then thinking of doing this very high intensity workout was the last thing you wanted to do, and then slowly but surely you fell off track. That creates a really negative mindset with fitness. There shouldn't be anything that feels so daunting that you don't want to do it, because you won't want to stick with it. So if you're just starting out, we're going to create a positive journey. Try doing the strength training instead. If you haven't slept well at night, it is so much easier to take a light weight and to do a quick 10-minute workout, a few sets, and to feel like you're on track with that than it is to do a high intensity workout, right? It is just so much easier and simpler to get into. So start with the weight training, and then as time goes on and you become consistent and you've created these habits and you feel confident that you've got this great pattern going on, then add in the high intensity. There's so much time because you're doing this for the rest of your life, right? So you've got time to get there. The other big swap out you're going to make is if you are short on time and you're doing small movements, you're like, I'm just going to do a couple bicep curls and inner thighs, because those seem to be the two areas that people tell me they want to work. And crunches. I will say crunches too. It's all about doing a few crunches, doing a few bicep curls, and then doing a few inner thigh exercises, and that's it. You think, I'm done with my workout. Great. Swap out those mini areas, those mini areas of muscle, the arms, the abs, and the inner thighs for a full body workout instead. Why? Because take a look at the amount of actual area that these muscles have in your arm. Really small, right? Just this little amount. Your abs don't have a lot of area either, and neither do your inner thigh. They're just a small amount of muscle. But the way to burn fat, to lose the weight, that is with hitting as much muscle as you possibly can, because it is the muscle that is active that is going to burn the fat. So even if you're doing an arm exercise because you're like, I really want to tone, some people call it the bat wing area or the hangy area, that area won't go away because it's fat. You need to be able to burn the fat first, and then you can start to really see that definition that those bicep curls do. So the swap out is easy. Instead of doing the arms or the abs or the inner thigh, instead do a quick 10-minute full body workout. And if you don't have the time to do 10 minutes in a row, then take all of those mini ones that you were doing and disperse them out throughout the day. So what I mean is that if you've got maybe 2 to 5 minutes early in the morning, you've got 2 to 5 minutes at lunch, and 2 to 5 minutes before the end of the day, what you would do is legs in the morning, afternoon back, and then later on you would do your abs and your arms. So you're still hitting the whole body. You're still burning more fat, which is going to melt away those inches. That is what it is all about. So it's full body. Get rid of the one body parts for the full body. And the very last swap out to make, the very last swap out has to do with the promise you make to yourself about fitness. Instead of saying, I'm going to do something absolutely every day, that's what I'm going to do. No matter what, I promise I'm going to do even a little something every day. Turn it around and tell me what your minimum is you're going to do every day. What is your minimum? Not every day, sorry, every week. What is your minimum every week? So instead of saying, I promise to do something every single day, and setting yourself up with this big goal that if you don't hit it, if life happens, if maybe there's an emergency, maybe your son gets pulled out of school or a family member, it needs your help, you need to rush out and you can't do your workout. Well, instead of feeling derailed and disappointed because you couldn't fit it in, if you've got the minimum amount that you're going to do, say 2 to 3 days, when one day doesn't happen, it doesn't derail you. It doesn't disappoint you. It doesn't create this feeling like, oh, here I am once again, I can't make this time for me. No. Instead, it's I have promised myself 2 to 3 days a week that is realistic for me, and I'm sticking to that promise. I feel really good with the success that I have. Those are the 3 big swap outs that I would make when starting a workout plan. The science is great. The science matters to understand how the body works. Absolutely. If you've seen me before, you know that I'm a big believer that you need to know how that works so you can push past those plateaus. Yes, so that you can continue on your success. But you also need to have these mindset shifts to create the consistency. Because if you don't, it doesn't matter how much you know. You're going to fall off track, and I don't want that for you. I want you to be able to achieve your lasting success, your lasting weight loss, to be able to fit into your size 8 forever, and to feel really strong and energized as you do it.